On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, here's the option. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll try the left side. It's Simmons, and he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Gets this one to Juszczyk. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 34. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
From the 6. Trevor Lawrence and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. He'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Harris coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Partner, we had the game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Watson. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try for the 1st with Walker. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Houston set to take over. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Cooper here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. and they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll run on first down. Simmons. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Slayton. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Simmons. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simmons. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A throw left, but I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the 1st quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. His throw incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On second down, it's Walker. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Now back to throw. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Wait.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense set to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down the middle before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. And a little floater there is incomplete. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
Now, I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Lawrence will throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 9 now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. That is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Right side to Williams. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd and goal from the 1. Walker once more, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players They relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Well, obviously, the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 16. Going up top. And this one is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They're trying to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Lawrence on 3rd down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He decided to run a hitch route that really helped him. The guy can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 2. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they have regained the lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Miles Sanders, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success.
Well, that's the 3rd intercept. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. On first down, Simmons. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 38, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete here.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice off season. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
And he wisely will throw that one away. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie things now at 19 all.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides.
But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Jalen Waddle.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. On 1st down, Lawrence. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On 2nd down now. It's Simmons, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Simmons pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Lawrence.
And Davis with it left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Texans offense set to regain possession.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. It didn't happen in this case.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Garrett Wilson,
53 yards.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Houston set to take over. But right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
From the 24, Lawrence.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They go play action now. Lawrence.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I can't imagine this defense thought they'd see a play like this on 3rd and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. That was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Simmons, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, but certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Up the middle they go. Simmons. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Now back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Here's Walker to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Harris picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Flushed. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Here's Williams to return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
back to throw now on first down.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Back to throw here.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. On second and 10, Lawrence.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Lawrence will try again after the pick six.
Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Now Lawrence.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this. And you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach have plenty to say about this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Going right side, he finds Slayton.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Once again, he finds Slayton.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
Gets this one to use check. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Atlanta, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be at home for